We back once again, getting this afternoon grind going on this Friday. Know everybody getting them checks in today, cash the check, and want to enjoy the weekend. No major fights coming on. Got Lomachenko and Moraga, I guess. Shout out to Ray Beltran on that card. Always love Ray Beltran and showing love on social media to everybody. This your boy CJ Goodfella. We back with that boxing clinic-ish. And I'm addressing these excuses from these UK fans why, and I heard Eddie Hearns had a video. Well, fuck him too. Until you make this fight, I don't have no problem with him, but he's just in the way of a fight that I want to see. I'm addressing all these, these excuses that people coming up with. Number one excuse is saying, Deontay Wilder always calling on Anthony Joshua, knowing that Joshua can't fight. Now look here, man. One, unification bouts trumps anything, and even in the case they ordered him to fight Puev and Anthony Joshua and fight Luis Ortiz, let me break this down to you. Since some of you people can't figure to read, some of these fans can't figure to read or understand the words that I write down in the comment section, Facebook or YouTube. Look here, Luis Ortiz is not an issue. I'll tell you that right now. Al Heyman can have him step aside. Tell him, and they can get a written agreement, he get the winner, period. By a certain time, and he fight Bermain Stavern. Now, if he ain't happy with that, they could just have Wilder drop the belt, or Joshua drop one of the belts, still a unification, or have Joshua drop the WBA belt, and, see if the WBA let him fight Bermain Stavern, and they can fight for that belt, or Wilder can drop the WBC belt, and him and Bermain Stavern can fight for the belt. Because, Joshua going to be the A-side regardless, and both of them going to get paid like an A-side regardless, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So he's not an issue. Or, they can take care or have Ortiz fight Bermain Stavern and get that Stavern shit out the way. Get him out the way, get Ortiz out the way, he get the winner. Pretty sure he'll step aside if Al Heyman asks him to and give him some money. And for Puev, Anthony Joshua could drop the IBF. Who gives a fuck about the IBF? He was already talking about dropping it. Or, they could tell Puev you can wait and you definitely get the shot, down the line somewhere. Or, they can work out an agreement with his whole ass, They could drop the IBF. Or they can, get an agreement with all parties and tell the IBF, look here, man, we fighting for this, this big title in November in Las Vegas. He can wait. We can put him on the undercard, put some money in his pocket, get him some American exposure they ain't had before. Brocksworth, Puev. But the sanctioning bodies, for one, you think they want to? You think they want a piece of, Wilder and Ortiz? They want their little 5 or 10% cut, whatever they get, 5 or 3% cut of, Wilder Ortiz, of a fight that, all right, Deontay Wilder may make $1 million in, may make $1 million in. You think they want 3 or 5% of that, whatever they take? Or you think they want, 3 or 5% of $10 million, $8 million that Wilder and Joshua can make? You tell me. And all the sanctioning bodies is driven by the dollar. So they want the bigger percentage, the bigger piece of the pie. So they gonna make shit happen behind the scenes. Just like they made Ortiz step aside the first time. And all the parties can get paid, period. You can put Stavern, Ortiz, and Brocksworth Puev on the card. And I think Brocksworth Puev wouldn't mind coming to Vegas, and fighting out there and getting some exposure. You can put him on the card versus Dylan White. You can put him on the card versus Amir Mansour. If you don't want that dangerous shit, you can put him on the card with Gerald Washington, give him one last fucking payday. And people say, the fight can happen. The fight can happen. It can happen. Eddie Hearns was ready to make a big fight with Vladimir Klitschko at the T-Mobile Arena. Why not? The fight can happen in November. They can make it happen. And at the end of the day, they can drop all these fucking belts because nobody gives a shit about a belt anyway. At the end of the day, they can drop all these goddamn belts they got and fight, and the fight is still a big fight. These promoters try to spin some of these lower level fights and say, it's a world championship fight, but it's for an interim or a regular WBA title, some bullshit title. They don't get the fans moving no more, especially the hardcore fans. We don't give a shit if it's a unification bout or a world title bout at all anymore, because there's too many alphabet belts running around here. Intercontinental belt, Commonwealth belts, and all this other bullshit. So it shouldn't be an issue. And if you want to talk about, Anthony Joshua, he's training. Deontay Wilder's training. He's in shape. And another guy said, why should, one of my guys said, why should, shout out to Jarrell and Boxer Traffic 1-on-1. He said, why shouldn't, Deontay Wilder have to come to him? Anthony Joshua is clearly the A-side. And my answer to that is this, simply as this. Anthony Joshua is a star over there in fucking UK. Outside the UK, as far as in America, he's known, but he's not really known. So he wants to get that exposure in America. He obviously wanted to fight Klitschko in Las Vegas. So what's the difference fighting Deontay Wilder and knocking Deontay Wilder out, who's somewhat of a known commodity in America, starting to be by fighting on NBC and PBC and regular television networks? And what bigger statement to make by knocking him out? And I told you guys, I think he liked Vegas. He loved Vegas. I think he's going to eventually come over there and stay and rack up some wins and rack up some fights like Amir Khan and then go over there occasionally fight in the UK. He wants that. He wants to break ground. He wants to be a global star. And you can't be a global star on the boxing scene without being a star in America. Golovkin knew that. Amir Khan knew that. All those guys knew that. So that's why he wants to come over there. And if not, Deontay Wilder wouldn't be opposed to going over there and accommodate him and fighting in the UK.